All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Elder Reyes, and this is the Real Estate Digital Marketing Podcast, episode two. Super stoked about today's episode because I'm going to be covering Google business profiles because as I'm helping agents, finish 2025 strong with their online marketing for their real estate business and also getting them ready for 2026. One of the biggest issues that I'm having with their online digital marketing are their Google business profiles, right? They are just not optimized. They are just not doing what they need to do to get their Google business profile in front of folks that are looking for their services, right? Which to me is insane. And the reason why I say that I'll cover here in a quick second. But for those of you who don't know what Google business profiles are, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Let's see. Boom, share. It's going to be a little slow, so I apologize. But basically, what Google business profiles are is that if you go online, when somebody goes online and they Google like a real estate agent near me or top realtors in my area or top real estate agents in my area, which those are super important, those keywords are super important because we all know that those are the words or phrases that someone is actually typing when they are looking for a real estate agent, right? So, and what pops up first, as you can see, are these Google business profiles, right? So, like I tell everyone, this is a super powerful tool. I tell everyone, think of them as little websites that Google gave you guys so that you guys can get found by people that are looking for your services. They're locally in your area. These are gold, right? I have agents that are just by using these Google business profiles are absolutely crushing it, getting a ton of business. And I'll go over some tips and tricks for these, but these are Google business profiles, and you better have one if you are wanting to get in front of folks that are looking for a real estate agent, because we all know now those are people that are looking to sell their home, right? Because here's another cool thing that I did before the video. I went to ChatGPT and I typed in something super simple. I said, what are the top searches that people are using if they are looking for a real estate agent? And as you can see here, it said real estate agent near me, best real estate agent in city. So like if I'm in Reno, so I would do best real estate agent in Reno, Nevada. Find a real estate agent near me. How to find a real estate agent. So these are all the words and phrases that people are searching on Google when they're looking for a real estate agent. And what's funny is when you do these searches, what pops up are these Google business profiles, guys. So you guys definitely want to have one. You definitely want to be utilizing Google business profiles because number one, they're free. And to be frank with you, less than 3% of them are properly built, right? That comes directly from Google. And even now with this whole Google AI mode, Google deep dive, these Google business profiles, less realtors are really paying attention to these. So there really is a big, big opportunity to definitely get in front of folks that are looking for a real estate agent, which we all know now. Those are people that are looking to sell their home, right? So let's go ahead. I'm going to stop the screen share here really quick so that I can get into it. But let me just give you guys some facts about these Google business profiles, right? So, according to Google and all these different types of marketing studies, 87% of local consumers use these Google business profiles to do research and evaluate local businesses, right? And that includes you guys. That includes real estate agents. So if you guys are not optimizing your Google business profile, if you guys are not working on that, if you guys are not adding photos, not adding content, not adding reviews, not trying to make them better, you guys are losing on a ton of business. Also, we know that whole Google's doing this whole Google AI mode, Google deep dive. The things that haven't really been affected by that yet as much are Google business profiles. The other thing is YouTube. I'll get into another video about that. But that's why these Google business profiles are still a huge opportunity for specifically new agents or just agents that are willing to put in a little bit of the work, right? Like I can tell you right now in major markets, I have real estate agents who are popping up on the first page of Google because of these Google business profiles, and they are absolutely crushing it, getting a ton of business. We're talking about getting some big time deals all by just having a properly formatted Google business profile, right? So let's just kind of get into what you want to do with these things, right? So the first thing is that comes to mind when people start a Google business profile is Elder, what should I name it? I always tell everyone it's super simple. If it was me, I would do something like Elder Reyes, real estate agent, Reno, Nevada. Elder Reyes, real estate agent, Sparks. Elder Reyes, real estate agent, Carson City. Whatever area, whatever market you're really, really trying to get, that's what I would title the Google business profile. Then I always get the question when I say that, well, Elder, I do more than one city. I do more than one area. Here's the thing. Stop trying to be greedy and cover so much territory with these Google business profiles. That's probably one of the biggest mistakes you guys make when you guys create these things. When it tells you how many areas you want to focus on or how many areas you cover, you guys go and try to cover like 30, 40, 50 different areas. Your Google business profile is not going to pop up for more than a few areas unless you're running ads, right? Which we all know we can run ads, right? If you want to run ads and spend money, great. You can definitely do that. But you don't let me, I had a text come in. Yeah. If you don't want to spend tons of money on ads, right, then you have to be super specific with these Google business profiles, right? And the way you do that is when you start building the thing, or even you go back and optimize it after you guys watch this video, get specific. Like I said, if I was a real estate agent right now and I'm in the Reno area, I would do something like El Reyes, real estate agent, Reno, Nevada. El Reyes, real estate agent, Sparks, Nevada. El Reyes, real estate agent, Spanish Springs, Nevada. Whatever area, whatever market I specifically want to target, that's what I would do. I know a lot of you guys are now saying, well, Elder, I got to throw the name of my brokerage in there. That's fine if you got to do that. Let's just say I was with Remax Unlimited. I would say Elder Reyes, Remax Unlimited, real estate agent, Reno, Nevada. That's fine. But you want to make sure the words real estate agent is in there, real estate um, I'm sorry, yeah, real estate agent is in there because that's the key word or phrase that people are searching for. Even if they're doing best real estate agent, they're me, best agent, best real estate agents, top real estate agents. You want to have the words real estate agent in there, unless you're like a broker or you're an actual office, then that's a different topic. But this is for the individual agent, right? The next thing you want to do is when it comes to picking your category. I always tell my agents the main category or the top category you want to use is super simple. Go to Google and do a search for real estate agent near me. The profiles that are popping up, you're going to notice that they're probably all doing the same category, right? So, and I'm going to prove it to you. So I'm going to go ahead and go back, share my screen. Right. So as you can see here, the first profiles that are popping up, what do we see? Real estate agents, 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 real estate agents. So if I was a real estate agent in Reno, Nevada, because that's where I am, or I'm sorry, Sparks, I would definitely just go ahead and go real estate agents, real estate agents as my first category. Why am I going to do that? Because that's what's working, right? One of the things I'll tell you about the internet, specifically Google and even ChatGPT and Gemini and Copilot and all these AI tools, all these AI platforms, is they leave clues, right? They give us clues on what we need to be doing and what we don't need to be doing, right? They give us clues on what's working and what's not working. So if I'm a real estate agent here in Sparks, that's the location it's using right now because it says results for Sparks, Nevada, right there. I'm going to make sure this is the first category in my categories. Now, when you enter the categories, it's going to give you some other ones. Go ahead and pop them in. Make sure they're real estate related, but try to keep the keywords or the gist of your categories around this whole real estate agent um, wording, right? Because that's what you're trying to get found for. Super, super important, right? Then the other thing you want to do is photos. Guys, I keep telling you guys, even with this whole Google AI deep dive, Google AI mode, one of the top search engines on the planet still is Google Images, right? People love looking at photos. And we all know now that Google business profiles that have 100 photos or more get like 300% more views than the ones that don't, or 300% more clicks than the ones that don't, right? Why is that? Because Google makes it a priority when you have 100 or more photos on your profile. Now, here's a trick, a couple of tips there. Don't go to your profile right now and upload 100 photos. If you do that, your profile might get red flagged. If it gets red flagged, it's super difficult to get it back. You got to go through all these verification processes. But adding 7 to 10 unique photos every week is huge. All my agents that are adding 7 to 10 photos that are unique every single week to their profiles are getting amazing, amazing results, usually around photos 30, 40, and 50. You need to make sure the photos of you are unique. You need to make sure the photos are of your market. You need to make sure the photos have a little description of them in there, right? If you have those photos on your website, it would also be a good idea to make sure those photos on your website are part of a blog or a page that talks about the area that you're looking to service or to get found on. God, photos are huge. They're super easy to do. You can do it on your phone. There's so many tools out there now where you can take photos on your phone. You can even drop them in Chat GBT and say, make these photos look prettier. There's all these little programs that make the pixels and just the way the resolution, just the way the photos look much better. There's a ton of them out there. There's not one that's better than the other, right? Just go ahead, take the photos, put them on your computer, download them, and just go to make my photos prettier, make my photos better looking. There's going to be a ton of tools out there. There's a ton of free tools out there. I'm not going to go through those because it's going to take forever, but just know you need to be adding 7 to 10 photos per week to your Google business profile, and they all need to be unique, right? And they all need to be about your market. Yes, they can be about you. Yes, they can be about, you helping, like if, what do you guys always do? The whole like home sold and you take a picture of that individual. Those are awesome. But you need to have at least 7 to 10 unique photos go to your Google business profile every single week. The faster you get to 100, the better. But remember, do not upload 100 because they will red flag your profile. The other thing is reviews. Guys, reviews are super powerful. But a couple of things to keep in mind when it comes to reviews. When you have somebody write you a review, try to have them use keywords or phrases that are about real estate. For example, Elder Reyes was an amazing real estate agent. He helped me sell my home in Reno, Nevada, for the highest price, and he did it super quick. I highly recommend Elder Reyes when it comes to when if you are looking to buy or sell a home in Reno, Nevada, right? Because he's saying real estate agent, help me sell my home, right? He's the best real estate agent. Those words or phrases in your reviews are super, super helpful. Well, Elder, how do I make sure that my person giving me a review um, does that? Well, what I used to do, if you go to your Google business profile, there's a little area out there where you can say, send this to somebody for a review. I would always say, I have all my agents send them that link. Say, hey, I'm trying to build up my online presence. I would really appreciate a review. Thank you so much. I know they're kind of a pain in the butt to write. Here's an example of someone that did a review for me. It might help you out. 9 out of 10 times, what they're going to do is they're going to copy that review, drop it in there, change a few words, and boom, now you got your review. But most importantly, you got it with the keywords or phrases that you're really, really, really going to want and can really help you. Guys, reviews are super powerful, but they need to have keywords or phrases about real estate for them to really give you the benefit you're looking for. So keep getting those reviews. Also, what recently came out from the folks at Google, right? They did this big old thing on Google business profiles. And one of the things that they said is you want reviews, but you want them to come in consistently. So what does that mean? If you have 100 reviews, but you haven't had a review in 3, 4, or 5 months, and you're noticing that somebody maybe in your office is outranking you on your Google business profile and they only have 20 reviews, they're probably up there because they got them more recently, right? You have to be consistent with your reviews, right? Keep getting them, keep asking for them, keep adding them to your Google business profile because if you stop asking for reviews, Google now is getting super, super specific with these Google business profiles because the space on there is so competitive. Like I tell you guys, you got websites on there, you got Google business profiles on there, you got videos on there, right? You're going to have content creators on there doing shorts and reels, and TikToks are going to start popping up on your search if they haven't already. They already got a section designated for that. So guys, reviews are super important, but you have to keep getting them and make sure when you get them, they have keywords or phrases that are associated with real estate. I even had one of my agents, she was like, well, Elder, like, what would be the best type of review? I said, here's a great place to go. Go to ChatGPT, go to Gemini, and say, hey, my client wants to write me a review, but they really want to help me out with getting my Google business profile ranked. What is a good review for them to leave me with keywords or phrases that'll help my Google business profile get ranked? She did that. We sent it off to, I think it was like 15 people. 10 of them responded with the review. Now she's coming up on the as a third option for her market. All she did was go to Gemini and say, hey, my client wants to give me a review. What is a good review that they could write that has the keywords or phrases that'll help me get my Google business profile ranked? Boom, super easy. That's an easy prompt for you to use. Send that off to your clients, and boom, that way you get your good review. And the last thing I really want to cover, guys, because I didn't want this to be too long of an episode or a show, because I want to make sure I give you guys tons of value, is the website. Guys, on your Google business profile, there's a specific area for a website link. What you guys want to do there is have a specific section on your website that talks about you being a real estate agent. All my agents, what I have them do is when they click on that little website button, it goes to a page on their site that talks about them being a real estate agent, right? So, for example, if I was a real estate agent in Reno, Nevada, when somebody clicked on there, it would say, it would take them to a page or a blog post or a piece of content on my site that talked about best real estate agent in Reno, Nevada, real estate agent in Reno, Nevada, real estate agent near me, Reno, Nevada. Those words or phrases or keywords that Google is telling you people are searching, that's the page that you want that comes up when they click on website. It's super important. Also, when they click on that website link, you do not want to have a subsite. If you guys don't know what a subsite is, watch episode 1. I really went into what a subsite is and why it hurts you guys and why you guys never get any business with these sites these brokers give you is because remember, that is an optimization tool right there, right? That is an optimization feed, meaning Google crawls your Google business profile, another word for inspects it, right? They hits your website button. It's going to click on that website button. If it goes to a templated based subsite, good luck getting that website ranked. It might work for a little bit. And if you're running ads, you're okay, because that's a whole different conversation. But if you want to come up organically, and I'm telling you, the organic search is super huge. Not only does it help you with getting in front of folks that are looking for your services, it also is going to help you in the AI deep dive Google AI mode. That's really, really kind of, you know, coming up right now. Even though it's popping up right now, they're constantly making changes. They got some big updates coming to it here after the first of the year. I'm getting word from Google on that. So, guys, that website button needs to go to a custom site that you own, a custom site that has unique content, and a custom site that has a specific section, something about best real estate agent city state, real estate agent city state, best real estate agents city state, right? Something like that. A page or an area on your site that's specific to the keywords you're trying to pop up for. Guys, it's super, super important. So let's do a recap. Number one, your title, name, real estate agent, city, state. I know you guys want to cover more areas, and it's okay to put those areas in the areas that you cover when you build the profile, but you definitely don't want to do like 20, 30, 40 areas. I would keep it to 3 to 5. All my agents that have kept it 3 to 5 have done very, very well. But in the actual title of your profile, you want to do, like, for example, like I said, Elder Reyes. Let's just say I'm going to make up a company, Keller Williams, top-notch realtors, right? I'm gonna say, or let's just say I was with a brokerage that was called Big Daddy Real Estate. So Elder Reyes, big Elder Reyes, Big Daddy Real Estate Agent, Reno, Nevada, right? That would be my title. And then the category that I would be in would be the category that all the other ones are popping up. If I go and I do a search for best real estate agent near me, and all the categories are real estate agents, or all the categories are real estate agents, or all the categories are real estate consultant. Those are the words or phrases or the category that I would use. Yes, I would add all those other categories, but I'd want to make sure that one is the first one or the main category. What else is on my list? Oh, pictures. You want to make sure you're adding 7 to 10 pictures every single week. You want to make sure they're unique. You want to make sure that they're pretty. They're nice looking photos, right? You can take them on your phone and then use an AI tool or drop them in Chat GBT or anything and say, hey, make this picture more beautiful. Make this picture stand out, right? There's a ton of AI tools out there that'll even glam up the photo for you. Keep in mind, though, I will want to throw this word of caution. Google, obviously, it's incorporating AI with Gemini and stuff like that, but Google does not want a bunch of stuff looking the same, right? So what you don't want to do is go to your AI tool and say something like, give me a bunch of pictures of, and then your area. You don't want to say, give me a bunch of pictures of Reno, Nevada, right? You don't want to do that because it's going to give you pictures that it's giving everyone else, or a lot of times it's going to give you pictures that it's pulling off the internet. That's going to crush your ranking. It's going to be super, super difficult to come back from that if you have 100 photos that are not unique. You want unique photos. That is super, super important. Also, when you upload your photos, make sure you put a little description. You want photos of either you doing real estate, you want photos of either your market, you want photos of you either doing real estate related activities, or just beautiful photos of your area, specifically the areas that you're covering or trying to rank for with that Google business profile. What else? Oh, reviews. Make sure you're getting reviews. Reviews are super powerful. When you get your reviews, make sure they have keywords or phrases that help you with real estate. For example, Elder Reyes was an amazing real estate agent in Reno, Nevada. He helped me sell my home in Reno, and for a record price in record time. I highly recommend, if you're looking to buy or sell a home in Reno, Nevada, you use Elder Reyes. He's an amazing realtor. I think he's the best real estate agent in Reno. That would be an amazing review. Well, Elder, what's a good review that's going to help me with my Google business profile? What I would do, I'd go to Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude or any one of those AI platforms and type in, what's a good review to help my Google business profile rank in my market, city, state. It's going to give you a little example. Take that, clean it up a little bit, make it more of you. Take that little review, put it in an email or text, and send that to everyone that you want to give you a review. On your Google business profile, it has an area where you can send out a link so people can give you reviews. Guys, reviews are huge. Also, keep in mind, if you're not consistently getting reviews, that's going to hurt you as well. I have agents right now who are just now getting a ton of reviews and their profiles are blowing up. Why is that? Because they're getting new reviews, because they're adding new reviews. Consistency to reviews is huge. If your reviews are from like 6 months ago and you haven't gotten one new, you haven't got a new review recently, and you're seeing another agent in your office climb up there, because the thing that they're probably doing is they're probably getting reviews right now as we speak. So keep getting those reviews, make sure they're consistent, and make sure that they have the keywords or phrases that you need to help, so that review helps your profile rank. And then the last thing is your website button. On that website button, the website that they go to when they click that button needs to be a custom website that you own. It cannot be a subsite. It cannot be a templated subsite. It cannot be the website your brokerage gives you. If you don't know what a subsite is, I covered it very, very intensely on episode 1 of this podcast, where I talked about why subsites hurt you. It needs to be a custom site with unique content, and it needs to go to a page on your site that specifically has the keywords or phrases that you're trying to rank for. If I'm trying to rank for a real estate agent near me, real estate agent Reno, Nevada, real estate agents, whatever keywords or phrases, that when someone hits that button, it needs to go to those pages on the site, right? And you want to make sure the website overall is optimized, right? Don't send people to a crappy website, right? If you're sending people to a crappy website, number one, when Google crawls your profile, it's going to penalize you. And number two, it's going to hurt you anyway. You're not going to get, and it's going to hurt the consumer. It's going to hurt you in the eyes of the consumer, right? Because remember, like I started my whole video with 87% of consumers right now use Google business profiles to validate and research and evaluate local businesses. That includes you guys. 87%, right? That's almost 90%. So 9 out of 10 people who are buying houses right now are using Google business profiles to research you, evaluate you, right? Verify you, check you out. So you better have a good one. It better have tons of beautiful photos. It better have reviews on there. It better say you're awesome. It better have an amazing website once they click the website button. You also need to have all your social media buttons on there. That's a topic when I get into the social media stuff. But you want to make sure all your social media buttons, icons are on there and they're correct and they're pointing to the page of your social media that talks about all your real estate services that you do. Um, and that's pretty much it, guys. So these Google business profiles are powerful. These Google business profiles are amazing. You need to make sure you're optimizing them. Less than 3% of them are properly built, right? So a lot of you guys are saying, Elder, my budget's a little limited right now. It's been a tough year. Here you go. Google business profiles are free. They don't cost you anything, just a little bit of time. And honestly, if you're doing 7 to 10 photos, if you're getting a few reviews a week, if you're, posting some events on there, if you're, just posting some content on there, if you're connecting blog posts from your website on there, right? If you're just doing all the little things like that, they'll pop up pretty easy. I can get somebody ranked with their Google business profile usually in about 2 to 3 weeks max just by doing that. Photos, reviews, content, events, right? And just buttoning up all the other stuff like the title, the category, and the areas that they're covering, right? So I hope this video was helpful. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave some comments. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you didn't like. Like I said, this is episode two of the Real Estate Digital Marketing Podcast. I'm going to be doing a bunch of these. So get ready. I'm going to be throwing out a bunch of info. Like I said, comment, subscribe, and just let me know what you like. Last thing I do want to cover, guys. Hey, as I'm coaching a lot of real estate agents right now, one of the things that drives me crazy, and this is a side note, all you guys want to say, well, I'm really looking to ramp up for 2026. Guys, there's 45 days left in 2025, right? This is just non-real estate, more business coaching than anything, right? Like some of you guys have had a rough years, maybe because you keep waiting for this magical thing that these magical rates or these magical buyers and sellers that come out of the woodwork. Guys, we are where we are, but that doesn't mean you need to be waiting until 2026. You need to get out there right now, knocking on some doors, getting your website ready, posting on social media, cleaning up your Google business profile, doing videos, doing open houses, right? Making those cold calls, checking in with your database, doing all the stuff that you say you're going to do in 2026. Do it now. Why is that? Because in 2026, all those other realtors are going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be ramping up. They're going to be hitting it hard in 2026. Start hitting it hard now. If you had a rough year, finish the year strong, guys. That's my message right now to all my agents that I'm coaching right now. I'm telling them, stop waiting for 2026. Now is the time. You have 45 days until 2026 or so, right? The day that I shot this podcast, right? Like you guys still have time. Go knock on some doors, go do some open houses, call your database, check in with your sphere of influence, right? Get your website done, post on social media, do a ton of videos, take a ton of photos, clean up your Google business profile, and stop waiting for that miracle lead, that miracle client, for someone else to do the work. Dig in now, man. Stop waiting for 2026. Do it now. Hit the ground running today. Whatever time, maybe it's, I know it's only 3:30 where I'm at today. Make some calls, man. Go do some door knocking. Go Go to a networking event, right? Do something for your business. Stop saying I'm waiting until 2026. The first thing I'm trying to get out of my agents on the very first call when we start working together is let's start now. This isn't a hey, we're going to do this in January conversation. We're doing it now. So I hope this podcast was helpful. Leave some comments. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't like. Hit the subscribe button. Check us out on Facebook and on Instagram and on LinkedIn. We're on all those platforms. Until next time, take care and thanks for watching the show. Okay, bye bye.